end up taking the college route?
Yes,
Gotcha. All 4 years or just two?
all 4 years. I am first graduate of the family,
Okay.
the only graduate of the family. But little family secrets. No, I mean my dad was Panamanian. He came here when he was 24. It was just like there was no University of Panama. This was in the 50s. And then my mom, she came here when she was 16 from France. Got married like a year when she was like 16 and 3/4. But my mother is sharp, very sharp, and my dad was very smart too, very good at business. And my mom's just a great homemaker, very reliable, very loving. Love. That's another thing. Money is great, but you know what? If you have no love, that's an area where people do need, to be more loving and caring and be. It's people need that. Like I always said when I was married, I used to tell my husband, if you treat me, because we were having issues, obviously, if you treat me the way you treat your clients, we won't have an issue. Why do you treat your clients so good,
Right.
but yet you don't treat your wife the same way? When they call, you pick up the phone immediately. When they need something, you're on it. Do we have to pay? Whether that's a wife or a husband, it goes both ways.
Right.
Do we have to pay each other for having, a loving, healthy relationship? That is so important to just treat, because that is your core for your life, to be able to do whatever it is you're going to do. Whatever your business is will be so much more successful when you have, that foundation in your life with your spouse, your children, your extended family. Just if you have a good, positive family, it's just amazing how much more you can contribute. And I know a lot of people have been successful without having great parents, but you hear about them because they've risen from it.
Yes.
But on average, the people that are really, consistently going to be more, are better at business, better at life, will be the ones that just come from a good foundation. I believe with regards to college, I'm a firm believer that we all should go to college. I don't care if you take botany. I don't care if you take, whatever, computer science, basket weaving, as we used to call it. There is a definite brain malfunction at 18 that you think you can make great decisions.
Right.
Okay? Wrong. Okay? Typically wrong. So, I don't recommend waitressing and bartending your whole life. Take classes, get educated, I networked with people that I didn't even know I wasn't rich until I went to college. And that's when we came from like kind of average family. And I went to school with girls. One girl, her dad was the manufacturer for Levi's jeans.
Wow.
Her home here, because they were from Pittsburgh, was like a mansion on the water with a yacht. And I'm like, here I am at school. You don't know really where people come from because, everybody's in a dorm.
Right.
So it just gave me this whole new perspective on wealth and, meeting people. Doesn't mean they're better than you. I never felt like she was better than me. I just felt like, wow, that's interesting to have, all of that going on. But at the end of the day, you are who you are. And she was who she was. I can't, I can't say, oh, you know what, can your dad adopt me or, any of that. So I just learned what I could from a lot of these wealthy people, which, I truly believe college gives you that platform. And, to don't have to go to any kind of crazy university that's super expensive. I did that. I went to University of Maryland. I could have went here in Florida and paid a lot less, but I wanted to have that experience of living outside of Florida. It cost me, yeah, it would have cost me like back then like 4,000. It ended up costing me like 20,000. But I still have my best friend Sharon. We've been friends since we were 19. We talk every day. So, that's priceless.
Right.
And I did pay off my student loans. Pay it off. Don't defer it forever. That'll come back to bite you. But go to school, work. I always worked through school. My grades were shit. I was a C, solid C.
Right.
Okay. I made it. My last semester, I took 21 credits. And I was like, I gotta get out because I need to just start. I need to start. I'm ready. And I did. I graduated with my, I think I had a 2.0 or something. I had my diploma and everything. But, because, back then there was no technology. It's not like anyone was really like tracking your GPA or any of that. And, but yeah, I really, I see my kids really grow after they finish college. I think they would totally get on my nerves if they didn't go to college. Because they would, they didn't go through, and college is rough.
Right.
You gotta pick those damn classes. You gotta get to school. You gotta do your homework. You gotta study. You gotta make friends. You gotta join things. I mean, what you do, like you told me that you're in the Army. It's like I have a bit to do very well. I know that, if, whatever your job, like I would definitely go out there, find, your passion and work in the business and just be like a little, like a fly. Always be around. Hey, can I get you anything? You need it? People love that.
Right.
They used to always say, Sarah, stop sucking up. I'm like, what are you, jealous? Because I do it because I know I am going to get something from it. Okay, and I enjoy it. I love, being kind to people, and I enjoy, making people feel special. What's wrong with that?
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm sucking up. So what? Just like parents, It's like those kids that are like, Mom, Sarah's doing this. It's like all this nonsense. So definitely suck up.
Gotcha.
You see it all the time in the news with all these politicians and all these people that are like swarming around.
Yeah.
But explore, definitely travel, save your money.
Yes.
What else? Enjoy, enjoy life, and find a nice person to be with. I am actually a romantic. Although my marriage ended, it was a great run. We had a great 23 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I wish, at the end of the day, I really wish we could have made it. But I am like a wild horse. And you just can't tame a wild horse. So whoever you're with, kind of like have to, make sure that's the type of person you're going to want to be with. Because if you're going to have a lot of kids and all that, it just sucks for them. I know it sucked for my kids when it happened. So, just it's important. I got married in the 80s. Women were still kind of meek and quiet.
Right.
So, but that's not who you married in 2022. You have to kind of like open up that, that horizon for your spouse. And I think it's good for, for couples in general, to always, to build them up.
Right.
You can be cautious, but you don't have to put them down. That's really important. We all have dreams.
Right.
We all have dreams, and that's what keeps me going. Just keep dreaming.
I like that. So, tell me about, I know you've already told me about some of this, but I guess you'd say the path to success for you, would you say it was a lonely road? Did you have help? Were friends and family supportive? How was that?
I would say, for the most part, I did. Once I left my husband and my sister at the same time, which were two of my mentors, I was on my own.
Right.
My kids were too young, and I really didn't have a straight path because I had the kids. So I just knew I wanted to be around for them, and I did the store kind of as a healing for me, the karma thing, to go from like this horrible space to positivity. So no,